Welcome to the Bubba Army YouTube channel. Talking about wiping your butt.
Yeah.
I got to tell you this. So my sister gave me this thing for Christmas. She gave me one. She gave my mom one. And it's called, hey, are you
The
guys,
Toto?
the Tushy?
Yeah, did you get that?
Yeah,
Yes.
she told me
What?
she told me she was
seat,
getting one for
the
you.
special seat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the squatty
My
potty?
friend has it.
No,
He
no,
loves
no.
it.
Mom
No,
has one.
Now, hold on,
not a
everybody.
squatty potty.
Now, hold on, everybody. It's called a Tushy. And it literally, Big Red came over to my apartment when I was gone this weekend. You guys don't even know this. And he hooked up my Tushy.
Ooh.
So I got home.
He hooked up your tushy.
He did. So I've never really used one of these before. I never have.
Well, what's the generic name for them?
Is it a bidet?
A bidet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's
Yeah.
a bidet.
But
Yeah.
it's a you can retrofit any
A
toilet
bodega?
with it.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you what the kind I got. It's called the Tushy, and the one I got's this one right here.
Tushy Classic.
I got the Tushy Classic 3.0. Okay, and
What's the price on that?
$200.
Nice.
That's what Tara got for me. And so, and it looks just like this. It's Big Red hooked it up
Yeah.
for me, and it's just like this. You sit on it. So last night was the first time because I just got home. Big Red had been there. I think late Saturday after the studio.
Okay.
Took him like 20 minutes to get it fitted, and I took a big Bubba Clem steamer.
Nice.
That I know was, and I was like, well, let me try this. So you're sitting there, with your, you're in the taking a poop type, you're sitting there.
The squatted position.
Yeah, and I hit the button, and Butch, you know how I am. I'm gonna go right for full blast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not Johnny.
No, you
Yeah,
don't
I'm
have
not-
a test.
yeah.
Speed or
Toe in the
asleep,
water.
dude.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, cannonball.
I consider myself a little bit of an industrial dude, So
Yeah.
they have this button here, and it goes from nothing to wide open. Well, so I'm ready to. Well, first of all, I think the mistake I made is I actually wiped, and then I used it just to kind of maybe just really make sure everything is off. But I think that you use it right. You never wipe,
Right.
and just to dry.
Pressure wash,
Like you
yeah.
use it to knock everything off.
Right.
I think that's how you're supposed to use it.
Yes.
I knocked it all down and then really made sure
Okay.
it was. So, but I did make this mistake. So you're sitting there, and your is that your anus, Dan? If I was to use it,
Yes.
the proper
Yes.
medical deal.
Right.
You're a doctor, are you not?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm sitting there, and your anus is next to this nozzle that just so brilliantly and strategically, installed. And I hit it full blown. Went right with the full blown.
Did you jump?
And it almost felt like it connived my butthole.
Oh.
So the
Like
water-
pressure washing your toe.
Oh my God! Like you know how if you would pressure wash your toe.
Have you
Danny-
done that by accident
Yes,
with a
I
flip
have.
flop?
Yes.
It takes the skin off. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
But if you don't take the skin off, it hurts like a knife.
Yes.
does.
Like if you're lucky enough, Jay, maybe you didn't take the skin off, but god dang, it hurts like hell, right?
Absolutely. Instant.
I'm sitting there, and I'm gonna go, okay.
Was it warm?
No, it's just regular. It's not really warm.
You
It's
can
just
burn
regular.
yourself like I did.
But hold on.
Exactly,
So
man.
I go full wide open. I was like, ah! I actually stood because it like razor knifed my deal.
Knife.
So then I back it down to half, and then I'm like, oh yes, I was sitting on there, really. And you just kind of all you do is just kind of move your hips a little bit, just to kind of even me being as big as I am.
Just a little wiggle.
Just kind of
You gotta aim. You gotta aim it.
yeah. Oh my God.
Like
Man,
daddy like?
Like I want to go. I
Like
want to
that,
go
daddy?
home. I want to go. I'm excited to take another bowel movement.
Oh.
Get one here.
Big Red took it to the face when he installed it. He said he put up full pressure, and he said it was not.
That's vivid.
Bidet to the
He did
face?
what?
He took it to the face.
Dan, do you have a bidet?
Yes, I do.
You do.
Yes, but I don't use it much.
But I got to tell you, man, I'm going to start giving these out for gifts.
Oh.
I mean, they're game changers. Just the one time I've used it. Oh my God, I felt I was like, my
So
God, I
fresh
feel
and
so
clean.
fresh and so clean.
And
Dan
everything
scorched
stays inside.
his taint once.
Dan, what?
Scorched his taint in Miami.
Well, they had a bidet at the
Heated?
condo
Yes,
on,
for real,
on
for real.
1500 Ocean Drive. It was
Right.
awesome in the penthouse. And I'm like, oh, bidet. So I went to the bathroom and then I slid over to the other one and cranked it up and burned
It was on all hot.
Burn your.
my anus.
You burned your anus.
Anal burns. It hurt. Oh my God!
how do
I
you-
jumped onto the ceiling.
He called us from Miami.
How did you remedy that? Put some Silvadene on her? Like, what did you have to do?
Ice, Silvadene.
Yeah,
It
the
hurt. It was
ice-
red. It was a
Ball.
couple of blisters.
Talk about a
He
conniving
used a popsicle.
Yeah, exactly.
applicator.
It'd be like, in the cartoons when something's on fire, they stick it in the water and it steams. It's like that's what the popsicle was doing.
So you burnt your. It wasn't the taint. It was the anus.
It was
right?
all of it, man. It was all of it.
Exactly.
It was angry.
I think mine's just hooked up to regular water. Mine's not
Probably cold
Yours
water.
isn't heated?
No, mine's just
It's
cold
probably cold water. Yeah.
But I got to tell
That
you,
may be shocking.
no, that felt good. It's like, oh yeah. I mean, throwing some, room temperature water on that thing.
Nice.
That thing's not used to being able to get wet. I got short arms, even though I do have a detachable head. I can't get in there like I need to.
Right.
I got little T-Rex arms, and I can't lift my leg up on this, the side of the deal like a lot of people can. Having short
So you're
arms.
into the whole enema thing too?
No,
You don't like that?
Enema Camp 2022.
enema.
Yeah, we're going to do Enema Camp.
Oh, be quiet.
No way. I'm
Come
not.
on.
Enema camp. That's not a team sport.
It's a thing
It's
that I
not.
learned about when I was in Thailand.
Hold on,
They don't
so-
call it that, but I did.
So women go and have these enema camps?
Well, it's everybody. And you do yoga, drink green tea, basically fast for a week, and you just get enemas every day, and it just cleans you out.
Everyone must be miserable
but-
at day 7.
But isn't that, Dan, kind of like tricking your body into not like getting too many enemas can sometimes maybe
probably bad.
disrupt your regular digestive tract because
Microflora.
it starts kind of getting used to you blasting it out, pressure washing it on its own so it doesn't boa constrictor your turds like it's supposed to.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't,
That's
Dan, I
exact-
don't know if
yeah.
that's very medical description or not, but your colon's like a boa, is it not?
Yes, but the problem is your colon has a specific flora or arrangement of bacteria. And so if you manipulate it too much, you can alter that bacterial flora and then that can affect you in a bad way.
Your gut health or whatever.
Right.
I know that, but what I'm saying is when just the actual act of excretion, does it happen like a boa? I mean, does your
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Peristalsis.
It's
Yeah,
peristalsis.
it's like
and-
contractions.
right. It's a rhythmic contraction, just like
Sequential.
like a boa.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Same
a
in your
boa,
esophagus.
Exactly like that.
the
It's called
boa's tail.
peristalsis.
The boa's tail isn't constricting when the head's just right at the boa's
No.
mouth.
Right.
He runs it right on.
He runs it right on down.
Yeah, he runs it right on down. So like
It's like a wave.
my anus probably isn't puckering when my that cheeseburger's just getting processed
No.
at the top end.
Goes one way.
Right, and then it just.
It like milks it out.
Now, Dan, let me ask you a question. Does food start once you eat food
Mm-hmm.
and it goes to your stomach? Then does it take all the nutrients and all the fat, everything that your body does or does not need? Your body absorbs it
Gets
correctly.
absorbed in the
Okay.
intestines. too.
How does it absorb? Where's the factory inside your gut that turns it from food to poop?
Okay, so there's 3 or 4 processes. First of all, your mouth.
By the way, Dan Diaco's a real doctor, so we can talk about this. Go
That's
ahead.
right.
So when you chew your food, you start breaking it down. When it gets to your stomach, the stomach actually moves around like a washing machine and further
It
breaks
does?
down. Yes.
It has a lot of enzymes.
and it further
So it's like shing, 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 shing. There's a little agitator in there.
Exactly.
Right.
And so it moves things around and has all those acids in there, which helps continue to break down the food.
Right.
Then as your food goes through your intestines, there's more enzymes, mostly secreted by your liver and your pancreas.
You having problems
that
with the belt there, buddy?
Yeah, I am. It got stuck on the cord. And so it further breaks down the food. Now,
Your pancreas, right?
Your pancreas, the
Now, is that
enzymes,
why when a guy
amylase,
gets
lipase.
is that when a guy gets pancreas cancer, he's done?
It depends, because if they have a blockage of the inside of the pancreas where the duct is, where all those enzymes come out, yes, it's catastrophic.
Because you
And
have like
so-
another
And
liver.
usually they catch it when it's too late, right?
It's always too late.
It's always too late.
Hold on, pancreatic cancer is always too late.
Almost always, yes. Unless they find it as an accident because they did some other surgery and they just find a little tiny spot, you're done.
What's your pancreas look like? Is it the size of a softball?
No,
pretty
it's
small.
kind of
Kind of the liver.
it's kind of like a long and it's kind of
That,
like
maybe?
a chunk of meat.
Like a big flat egg, kind of.
Like this, maybe?
Ish.
Yeah,
Like a T-bone.
It lies
it's
right
like a-
underneath the liver.
Yeah, it's
A
kind of
strip
like a
steak.
strip, a New York strip.
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
So it goes to the pancreatitis. Pancreatitis is throwing juice in there.
Yeah, the pancreatitis.
The pancreas.
Talking about what happens to that Big Mac when you eat it.
Right. So now it's in your small intestines and it's getting more digestive enzymes, breaking it down. Most of the nutrition that
Washing
you get,
machining it, right?
right, and moving along with peristalsis.
All right,
Most of the nutrients are absorbed in the stomach and in the small bowel. The large bowel is designed to store.
I got a lot of stomach storage. A lot of my food has gone to my stomach.
The colon or large intestines is designed to do two things: store and take the fluid out of it. So what happens is
that's when they're dehydrating it, making it into beef jerky.
You absorb the water out of
that's what happens with beef. Then they make jerky. Is they dehydrate it, right?
Right, exactly.
So what does this?
Your large intestines take the water out.
It's your colon.
Your colon.
Large.
All right, your large intestine and your colon is what turns that food into beef jerky.
The large
Right.
intestine is your colon.
The large intestine is the colon. Yes.
Hold on.
If you speed it up to about a minute 56,
Minute 56.
that's when
Your
you start
mouth
eating.
start to pump out
Ooh,
saliva.
sushi, just like
We
Bubba
produce
eats.
about 1.5 liters of this liquid each day.
What liquid
Once
is this?
inside your mouth,
Saliva.
chewing combines with the sloshing saliva to turn food into
Nom, 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 nom.
a moist lump
Dan will be
called
right on
the
everything.
bolus. Enzymes present in the saliva break down any
So Dan, we start breaking it down from our mouth, right?
Yeah, but I don't think the enzymes that are in your saliva do much to break down the food. I think those are more designed to clean your teeth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to get the food out
Then
of your
your
teeth.
food finds itself at the rim of a 25 centimeter long tube
This is
called
when the boa starts, right?
the esophagus,
Yeah, 10
down
inches.
which it must plunge to reach the stomach. Nerves in the surrounding esophageal tissue sense the bolus's presence and trigger peristalsis.
Just like Dan said. See,
Yeah,
Dan?
Dan.
God, you're smart as hell. You can even be a colon
Yeah,
doctor.
it's almost like you're a doctor.
Series of defined muscular contractions.
God dang, I'm glad. Dan, you're almost a doctor.
Dan, you're a
propels
hero
the
to me.
food into
Hold on, here we go.
the stomach, where it's left at the
Now,
mercy
Dan said this is where it turns into starts getting the agitator from the washing machine, right,
Yeah.
Danny?
Yep.
of the muscular stomach wall.
Yeah, look, just like Danny said. Danny, if you didn't have the belt, you'd have it by now, bud.
Get it twice.
Breaking it into chunks. Hormones
Like Dan said, you washing machine it up.
secreted by cells in the lining trigger the release of acids and enzyme-rich juices from the
Is
stomach
that like your gallbladder and things like that,
Now,
Danny?
gallbladder's later.
Okay,
wall
sorry.
that start to dissolve the food and break down its proteins.
And so
Man,
we
can
talk
you
about
imagine how strong my stomach acid is? Oh,
Yeah.
So strong.
We talk about, like how the saliva breaks down the food, but the causticity of the saliva is nothing like what comes out of the stomach. I mean, the stomach has acid in it. I mean, it really breaks
I
down
love
the food.
acid.
Isn't it amazing that we can live with such a deadly acid inside of us, right? Because it's
Incredible,
isn't
really.
stomach acid like super powerful.
Yes, it's very strong.
These hormones also alert the pancreas, liver, and gallbladder to produce digestive juices and transfer bile, a yellowish-green liquid that digests fat,
The
in
gallbladder
preparation for the next stage.
The gallbladder doesn't produce anything. It stores bile from the
That's
liver.
why you can have your gallbladder taken out. I had
Yes.
my appendix taken out. It burst.
Yeah, it doesn't do much
After
either.
Usually
3
burst.
hours inside the stomach,
When I was in San Antonio, my appendix burst.
the once shapely bolus is now a frothy liquid called chyme. And
What?
Chyme.
Chyme.
Can you imagine how many
whoa.
gallons of chyme I got in me?
So much chyme.
I got a Home Depot 5-gallon bucket
Looks
of
just
chyme.
like that, too.
There's so much
it's ready to
chyme.
move into the small intestine.
Man, I don't have any of that the other white stuff, but I
Like
got a lot
Elmer's
of
paste.
Listen, honey, I'm sorry my spermatozoa was not very much was not a lot, but man, you should see my chyme. what I got a vasectomy and I'm getting a little older. What I lack in spermatozoa, I made up in chyme. I got 6 gallons of chyme.
The liver sends bile to the gallbladder, which secretes it into the first portion of the small intestine, called the duodenum.
Dan, are you familiar with the funky duodenum?
Yes.
Okay.
Here, it
Funky duodenum.
dissolves the fats floating in the slurry of chyme so they can be easily digested
Slurry.
Oh,
by
yeah.
the
So Dan is like
Fatty
it's
chyme.
like by the time it's in, it's slurry. That's kind of like the consistency of like a milkshake. Isn't it?
Exactly.
They
yeah,
said it was
it's from-
frothy chyme.
pancreatic.
How does it milkshake back to a solid form?
That's when you start sucking the fluid out of it.
They suck the
Dehydration.
chyme.
So it goes from the
turn it
Gotta
from the
smoke
beef
it.
Gotta
jerky.
suck the chyme.
Right. It
Put it in
goes
the
from
smokehouse.
goes from the duodenum to the jejunum to the ileum.
For real? This isn't some
Well,
Greek
let's see.
mythology?
No.
It sounds
To
like
the iliac.
Odysseus.
onto the scene. These enzyme-rich juices break the fat molecules down into fatty
Doesn't his intellect just amaze you
It
sometimes?
does.
It's mind blowing.
acids and
I
glycerol.
mean, Jay, just when you start feeling all like you might be a tad smarter than Dan, then he pulls this kind of stuff out of
One
his ass.
topic only, the law.
for
That's it.
easier
That's it.
There's
It's
nothing
the only
else
thing
I
that
can
you're a little bit
out-knowledge
better.
him on.
Lawyer
Nothing.
it. Say it. I'm just
Nothing.
a better lawyer. That's it.
absorption
More
into
experienced
And
only.
hold on. and you're a better surfer too.
Yes.
Okay.
He understands waves.
And you got a better car collection.
Better core.
I like your
I'll get
watches.
You got better watches. I got your back, Jay. I'm
You
not
do.
going to let Dan go 6
Who's a
for
better
6 on you,
dresser?
bitch.
Better what?
Jay's a better dresser.
Who's better Kime?
Jay's a better dresser.
Dan has better Kime.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
He breaks down things
The
better
body.
than I do.
The enzymes
He'll break even the best things down right to zero.
also
Angry
carry
Kime.
out the final deconstruction of
Yeah,
proteins
Dan's Kime's real mad.
You got mad Kime.
into amino acids
Sold.
and carbohydrates into glucose. This happens in
Dan's got gold Kime. We
He's
all got
got
white Kime. He's got gold
Monster
Kime.
Kime.
Here we go.
small intestine's lower regions, the jejunum and ileum.
Oh, Danny!
Hi, man. If he didn't have the belt, he'd have the
You're
belt.
on my phone a friend, no matter what. You're on my phone a friend.
Which are coated in
Oh, yeah.
millions of tiny projections called villi. These create a huge
I gotta tell you, if I was on what was that show?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, if I was on Who Wants, you only need one person. Dan, people should hire you to be their guy.
You'd have 3 different types of people. You'd be like, Dan will be all 3.
Yeah.
surface area to
Yeah,
ma-
but you can
Sam,
have 2
Dan,
others.
and-
No, I just want Sam, Dan, and Fran. Dan, when we call you up as Fran, kind of put your female voice on, okay?
Daniel, Dan, and Sam.
Yeah.
maximize molecule absorption and transference into the bloodstream. The blood takes them on the final leg of their journey to feed
I just want to know when your body starts boa constricting out your turds and beef dry jerky.
It's coming up. It's
the
coming up.
body's organs and tissues. But it's not over quite yet. Leftover fiber, water, and dead cells sloughed off during digestion make it into the large intestine,
Here we
also
go.
known as the colon.
Bam!
The body drains out most of the remaining fluid
There
through
it is, Dan. There's the smokehouse.
Beef
Dehydration.
jerky.
Look like
Beef jerky.
Poopification.
There's the beef jerky deal.
the intestinal wall.
Peristalsis.
What's left is a soft mass called stool.
Mr. Hanky.
The colon squeezes this byproduct
Like a boa.
into a pouch called the rectum, where nerves sense it expanding. And
Oh yeah. So Dan, you're saying
Knocking on heaven's door.
You don't know all this
Yeah.
stool. Trying to be medical. You could be full of stool, but until it gets to the rectum, your body doesn't have a trigger to know that you got the stool in you, right?
Yeah, it does. Because if your colon gets distended, you have same kind of nerve
tell the
endings.
body when it's time to
Your
expel the
sphincter
waste.
gets activated.
The byproducts of digestion exit through the anus, and the
Then you get to Tushy deal and blow
Right.
off the big chunks.
Do you get
food's
any
long
spray
journey
from that, though?
typically
Does it all
left-
stay in
What?
the bowl? Do you get any spray from that thing, or does
He
it all
hasn't
stay in
done
the
it that
bowl?
way yet.
What do you mean?
Well, if you just turn on the, if you like hose off a shoe with poop on it, there's poop everywhere.
Well, I think your ass is strategically where it just goes into the bowl. I
Okay,
think.
you make it like a
You don't
tight
get
seal.
Back of your legs.
Today I
like
blew-
it's on his cheeks.
Today I hit.
Put your
Today I
underwear
hit
on,
it.
it's
No,
all
you got a
soiled.
tight seal, Dan. Trust me, I got a tight seal.
Spackle.
Trust me, there's nothing getting through
Is
my
this spackling
legs.
It looks like an
up the rim?
abstract painting.
305 pounds of tonnage on
Nothing's
them.
going through that.
Bubba's next art series.
It's like this, like Lummy. Like when we were hauling that cement mixer around on our truck.
Oh,
The
yeah.
tongue weight was nothing. It's just,
Yeah.
but you the tongue weight of like a full blown vehicle on your tongue. So Blitz, I got a lot of tongue weight on my
yeah.
toilet.
Okay.
There's a lot of tongue weight on my toilet. There's nothing getting through
Not
there.
at
You got like
all.
a perfect seal.
Yeah, I got a perfect seal.
They're tight.
So what I did today is I actually wiped it, first, and then blew off it with the Tushy later, and then dried it. And when I dried it, I just like, oh my god, it feels so clean.
How'd you dry it? Like you pat dry with
With a towel?
No, with a piece of toilet paper.
Tushy needs to have a
Toilet?
fan in
But if
it.
it's wet,
I
it'll
didn't
stick
I
to
got a
you.
fan where I bend over and get to spread my cheeks.
Hell
No, but
yeah.
the Tushy should have a fan built
It
into
should
it.
have
Absolutely.
a
Hit your balls.
That's the
I
spa
am
one.
your
You didn't get the spa
father.
3.0. There's a spa one.
Yeah,
Huge.
that's-
Joshua, $10 cash.
The spa blows air?
Yes, there's one that has heat and air.
What?
Yes,
that's
it
the
dries
updated-
off.
that's
It
the
dry off
better
will
one.
I don't
Yeah,
need
hell
any of
yeah.
that. I just need to blow my high spots off. I don't need heat and air. Next
You
thing I
say
know, I
that
got a
now.
3 degree. No, Dan burned
you
his
don't know
anus
till
one
you
time
know.
because of the heat and air.
What?
You had hot water.
Yeah, it was hot water.
It was just hot water. I pulled the wrong nozzle. I
Yeah,
twisted the wrong nozzle.
I don't want heat and air on my anus. I just want to blow the
You
high
need one of those
spots
like
off.
Dyson hand dryer things.